Hello everyone. Before I go ahead and say pretty much anything, I will remind you again not to worry about the blanket I have on my bed because like I said in the other video, it's summer in this part or it's summer all over the place. It's summer all over the world now, but in this part of Texas and all of Texas, I'm pretty sure it gets pretty hot and it's pretty humid, so yeah, it was the thinnest blanket I could find. My great grandmother quilted it. But anyway, I had been contemplating making some hunting videos and some outdoor videos and things like that, and I think I'm gonna go through with it. My birthday is next month. It's on the 22nd next month, and I believe I will be getting a GoPro camera. And if you don't know what a GoPro camera is, it's basically a camera that you can mount pretty much anywhere. You can mount it on anything, but what I'm gonna be doing is it comes with a head strap mount, and I'm just going to be wearing it on my head, so you guys kind of have a first-person perspective, and you kind of view things from my point of view whenever I'm out there making the videos or whatever. So I figured if I was going to get the GoPro camera and start making hunting videos, I might as well just do the whole deal and give you guys the whole rundown. So basically, what I wanted to do in this video is show you guys each and everything that I usually carry with me whenever I go out to the property that I hunt on and hunt. It's my hunting kit. Basically, there's a bunch of stuff in there that isn't needed for hunting. I just put some stuff in there that I thought was that I thought I would need and I would want out there and stuff like that. But I'll just give you a quick rundown of everything. You can just look everything over, and then I'm going to cut the video off and remove everything from the pack and the vest and take all the knives and the equipment out so you can see everything, and then I'll detail what everything is and all that. But yeah, that's the main pack right there. That's this is a little like a notepad protector thing that I carry with me, because it's always good to have some paper and a pen or a pencil when you're out there in case you need to write a note or something. It's just always good to have. But yeah. And then with this vest here, I've already explained this once, but just so I don't look like an idiot, I'll explain it again. Now, I don't really expect a firefight situation to happen when I'm hunting squirrels and rabbits and birds and stuff, but it's just basically extra carrying capacity in a pretty useful I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is. It's pretty useful to have this vest because it allows me to carry more, and I don't even know how to explain this right now. I don't know what's going on in my mind, but it's not working. Yeah, anyway, this right here is a canteen pouch, so there's a canteen in there. I'll take it out and show you guys, but yeah, just to let you guys know, that's a canteen pouch. Alright, but yeah, that's basically about the outside of it. I will take everything out in a minute and then start the video up again and detail everything that's in it and kind of explain to you guys what it's used for and all that stuff. So I'll see you all in a minute, or a second actually. Alright, so I figured it would be easier if I just took things apart one at a time and then showed you what was in them, so my entire bed didn't get covered in shotgun shells and all that stuff. So anyway, I took everything out of the vest. It's empty over there. I carry my handgun with me. Once again, I'll explain this again. I don't really expect to run into a firefight or anything where I would need a backup sidearm, but I figured if I have the holster for it, which the vest came with a holster, so I had a handgun, why not use it? It's pretty much why I carry it, just in case. I never know what could happen out there. There's bobcats out there, I know that, but I'm not really sure if there's any other predator animals. There's coyotes too, but it's just in case type of thing. And I actually, hold on. Yep, I forgot to get a pistol magazine out of here. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. All right. That is a Smith & Wesson Sigma 9 handgun. It's a 9mm. It doesn't have a safety, if you're wondering. I don't know why they didn't put a safety on it, but it doesn't have a safety, so I don't keep a round in the chamber unless I'm ready to shoot something. There's a magazine for it. It holds 16 or 17 rounds, I think. I think it's 16. This little magazine here is for, or not really little, that one was smaller and I didn't call it little. This magazine right here is for, my Ruger Mini 14. They're both empty because I can't, find any 223 or 5.56 by 4.5 millimeter ammo, so, they don't have any bullets in them right now. But whenever they do, they will be carried in the vest. That one on the right here is a 20 round, and this one is a 30 round. They're made out of polymer, which is a high durability plastic, or whatever you want to call it. This is a magazine for my Smith & Wesson M&P 1522. It's fully loaded with 25 rounds of 22 ammo. But yeah, I have two more of those as well, but they're on the rifle itself, taped together. And there's a pair of binoculars. I have no idea. I guess the brand is Simmons. It appears to be Simmons, but yeah, they were my dad's, and I got them a long time ago. But they still work fine and all that, so there's really no problem. And I have a really cheap multi-tool in this pouch. Hold on, let me get it out. Off with you. Yeah. Yeah, I got a really cheap multi-tool in there, but it works just fine. You know, I haven't really had a problem with it. I mean, you can tell just by holding it, it's really not the strongest constructed thing, but, you know, it's not really a big deal for me. And I forgot to mention, underneath all this stuff is a bandana that I kind of use as a head wrap whenever, or a sweatband or whatever on my forehead whenever I'm like clearing some brush or doing some heavy work out in the woods and I'm sweating and all that, because I don't want sweat to get in my eye, because that sucks. That just sucks ass, to be honest. And this is a Velcro shotgun shell holder. It fits to the front. Yeah, the front of that main pocket there, like you guys saw it earlier, but it holds 4 12 or 20 gauge shells, I would imagine. I mean, those are 12 gauge in it right now, but I would imagine it would carry, or it would hold a 20 gauge as well. These right here, this is a set of backup iron sights, because I do have a red dot scope, and, you know, if I ever run out of batteries on that, or if it stops working for some reason, if it gets rained on, I mean, my red dot is waterproof, but, you know, just a hypothetical situation here. If it's screwed up in some manner, these backup iron sights will fit on any of my weapons that have the Picatinny rails, or I don't know how you pronounce the Picatinny or whatever. I carry 6 extra shotgun shells in the spare pistol mag pouch that I have, because I have 2 magazines for the pistol, and one of them always stays in there just in case, and the other goes in one of the pouches. And then on that top pouch there, that one right there, I keep 6 shotgun shells. That's all that'll fit in there. This is a headlamp right there. It's pretty useful to have, so you have both of your hands. If you need some light, you can still use both of your hands doing whatever you're doing. And there's another bandana there. I kind of use that one as a rag. It's not really a sweatband or a headband or anything that I wear. It's just kind of a rag to clean up messes and all that, and for you know, firearm maintenance. If I ever need to field strip my weapon out in the woods and clean it or something, I have a bandana to act as a rag, or a cleaning rag, or, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's about it. So I'll give you one more overlook of everything, and then I'm going to get to opening the big pack there and show you guys everything that's in that one. And there's the empty vest, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright guys, I took almost everything out of the pack and off the pack. As you can see, I left the shotgun shell carrier. It's actually a bandoiler, or bandolier, whatever you call it, that it goes over your shoulder, but I just kind of tied it to the pack there, and it holds shotgun shells. But yeah, I left that on there, and I also left the sheath for the machete. I just took the machete out, but I've tried to organize things here as best as I could. On the right here we have cutting utensils and tools and stuff like that. These 3 knives right here are part of the set that came with that. I got it as a gift, and it was pretty awesome. I used a little one for just everyday applications, you know, whatever I needed for. And then the middle one is my skinning knife, and the third one there, the big butcher knife looking meat cleaver thing, I haven't used that for anything yet, because I don't really need a meat cleaver when I'm out hunting, because I usually prepare it, well, you know, I hunt small game, and you don't really need a meat cleaver for that. My mind is not really working properly right now. I can't really explain things that well, but anyway. That knife right there is just kind of a backup skinning knife in case something happens to one of those first two, I guess. Um, this right here is just an old piece of steel that I sharpened up, and I use it as a like a firewood splitter. You just put it down in the middle of a log. It's got to be a small log though, obviously, or it won't really. This little knife won't really do anything, but you know, you just put it down in the middle there, and then hit it with a stick or a hammer or whatever you have, and it'll split the log. You usually need a nice thick blade, a strong blade for that, so I just use this steel bar or whatever. I don't know what it used to be. It could have been a lawnmower blade or just some random piece of steel or something. But yeah, there's the machete as well. It's got a saw on the back, as you can see, and then just a regular bladed side on that side, obviously, and then there is a hatchet there, good for chopping down trees, of course. There's the water and the water containers. I think that's a 1 quart, canteen, and then that is I think that's just a bottle of purified water. You can fit a bottle of water in there. 16.9 ounces or something like that. I think that's what that holds, but yeah, anyway. We got a box of matches here. They're not, I don't think they're weatherproof or whatever. I think they're just regular matches. Hold on. Let me turn everything around so you can actually read it. I didn't really pay attention to that when I was taking it out. But yeah, it's a box of 250. I've already used some to cook and make fires and all that. And these two things right here are just 2 packs of instant coffee, 2 packs of Splenda, and 2 packs of creamer, just for coffee. I can't drink coffee black because I really hate it. So I usually dump a ton of cream and a ton of sugar in there. That stuff in there is a seasoning packet full of seasonings that I enjoy, and I use that whenever I have to make a meal out in the woods that is not very tasty. You know, I just put some of that seasoning on it, and under the seasoning are my camp utensils, or camp utensils. I don't really know what to call them. It's a fork, a spoon, and a knife in there, and those are the eating utensils I use when I'm out in the woods. Those right there are high-calorie cookies or energy bars or something. I'm not really sure. They don't taste too good, but, you know, it's kind of a snack. So if I ever need a snack out there and I don't have anything else, I have those. That bag there is just kind of full of accessories and stuff. It's got toilet paper, which I just use it as napkins and stuff whenever I need it. I think there's more coffee in there. There's a bunch of drink mixes like tea and lemonade and stuff like that. And there's a couple boxes of matches. And hold on, let me just get a better look. I think there's more creamer in there as well. And then there's some kind of butter thing. It's a little packet of buttered beads or something that is supposed to melt down to butter or something. And right here are 2 cans of food. I took the labels off just in case, you know, someone wanted to slap a copyright on me. This one is chili without beans. The one on the left is chili without beans, and the one on the right is spicy beef tamales. You know, just in case you couldn't read my handwriting, because it's pretty terrible, to be honest. But moving on. I forgot to mention when I was going over the knives and the tools and cutting things that is a sharpener right here. Hold on. You just run the blade through that middle part on the left there, and it sharpens it really easy, really fast, very reliable. I enjoy it. It's my favorite sharpener by far that I've ever owned. It's the easiest thing to use that I've ever owned. Before I skip out of the food here, let me just get everything to do with food, like food preparation and all that. Let me just get that out of the way. This little blue bottle here is a grape flavoring energy something, or no, I don't think it's even energy. It's just a grape flavored. It's like a grape flavored flavoring thing for your water. You know, just in case I ever want something that tastes, or you know, that has a flavor, because water doesn't have a flavor to me anymore, because you know, you drink water all the time, so eventually the flavor just goes away. At least that's my understanding of it. But yeah, you just pour a couple drops of that in there, or a couple squeezes of that, I don't know, and you've got a grape drink or something like that. There's a coffee mug for whenever I make my coffee. These here are fuel canisters for the stove I have, the little folding stove I have. They're wrapped in a rag like that. I usually wrap them all the way up in the rag and then put it in my pack because they have a slight leaking problem. Like you have no way of knowing this, but when I touch them, they're pretty greasy. So I just keep them wrapped in a rag so they don't get everything else all greasy and all that. And there's the folding stove right there. I would unfold it for you guys if I could use both of my hands, but I can't because I'm using one hand to hold my phone. Over there is the pan and pod cook set or whatever. Yeah, we'll just use the cook set. We'll say the cook set. That's my cook set. I can boil water in the top pot thing there, and then the bottom two things are just kind of like pans or bowls or whatever you want to use them as. And below the cook set are a bunch of Ziploc bags just to waterproof anything that I have in case it starts raining or anything. Let me get down the middle here. We have a Mylar. I think it's Mylar. I don't know. It's that reflective type of blanket. It's called a survival rescue blanket, but it's one of those emergency blankets. It's commonly known as an emergency blanket. It kind of it's made out of Mylar or some other kind of material that attracts heat and doesn't let heat out, I think. So it keeps you warm. It's not really very thick at all. It's just the principle of the fabric or whatever they use that keeps you warm. It's not thick at all, but yeah. And then there's more rubber bands there, you know, just in case I need to tie some stuff down or whatever. And then there's an unopened poncho. I haven't opened that one yet because I have another right there that's already opened, and I really can't. It came in a package about that size, the same size as this poncho right there, but I can't really fold it back. It will not fold back no matter how hard I try, so it's just kind of taking up a lot of space. So I certainly don't want to open that one if I don't have to, because that's just going to take up more space. I think that's a glow. Yeah, it's a glow stick. We have some string here. I use this string for you know, just light things like attaching things to my pack there. It doesn't really support weight, so I really wouldn't use it as to put up a shelter or anything like that. We got some hand warmers right there. I haven't used either one of those, but someone else has that I know, and they told me that they don't really work, so you know, that's cool. But anyway, this is a little first aid bag. It's got an ace bandage in there along with medications and bandages and antibiotics or, you know, whatever usually comes in a first aid kit. We have some more string here. This is just, I don't know, basically just your basic string, I guess. I don't know at all how to explain that. That rope right there is paracord. It's 550 paracord, which can actually hold some weight. So if I had to tie anything up that had a lot of weight on it, I would use the paracord there. And there's, of course, the poncho that I was talking about earlier. And then we've got a larger first aid kit. The reason I have two is because, you know, if I ever need to just take my vest and leave my pack somewhere, like at camp or whatever, wherever I'm staying at the time, then I'll just take this smaller med kit with me to supplement the little Altoids tin med kit that I have in my vest. So I just bring this kind of bigger one. And then this one is just my main first aid kit. It's got, you know, a bunch of bandages and all that stuff in it as well. Forgot to mention that. That's a bag of AA and AAA batteries with a bunch of rubber bands in there. They're in the bag just to keep them... well, you know why they're in the bag. You know why people put things in a bag. I don't need to explain that. And last but not least, we have a... wow, my handwriting is terrible. I'm just going to turn that over so you can't see that. That is embarrassing. But, yeah, we have a notebook, which is, you know, it's just bigger than the other thing I mentioned. Hold on, let me grab it and show you what I'm talking about. That thing right there that I mentioned earlier. It's a lot bigger than that, but, you know, it's always, like I said, it's always useful to have something to write on or something to draw in case you need to, or draw on in case you need to make a note or just write something down. And, you know, I keep that bigger one in my pack just in case I need bigger pages or whatever I need to draw something out, you know. Just whatever the reason may be, that's why I keep it. But, I think we've gone over just about everything here. I don't think I've forgotten anything. I may have, but it wasn't too... Oh, duct tape. Duct tape. I forgot duct tape. That's a very important part of the kit. Yep, duct tape. If you can't duck it, fuck it, because it's fucked beyond all repair. Yep. Alright, but yeah, that was about all of it. I'll give you guys one quick scan over again, I suppose. We'll just kind of go over everything once more. And then I've got the wonderful honor of repacking my pack, which is going to be, you know, it's going to be fun, of course. But yeah, that's about it, guys. So, thanks for watching. Sometime next month, I would assume, or the month after that, some hunting videos might arrive, because I'll be getting that GoPro camera, like I said, which will give you guys kind of first-person perspective. You can kind of view from my angle whenever I'm on the hunting trips and all that. So, yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time.